Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to start with the new chapter, fractions. This is chapter number 5 from your book. Now, first thing is, you know this shape very well. We have discussed it about in the previous chapter. It is a circle. Now, circle is a geometric shape that we have seen in other lessons. The circle to the left can be used to represent one whole. Whole means a complete thing. We can divide this circle into equal parts as shown. First, if I divide the circle into a half, so this circle I will say has been divided into two equal parts. Similarly, as you can see in the second figure, if I divide the circle into three equal parts, then it will be like this. And if I do it into four equal parts, then it will be as shown in the third figure. So in all the three figures, I have divided the circle into equal parts. The important thing is equal. All the parts should be equal. Now if I shade a portion of the circle, suppose in the first circle I have shaded half of the circle with the red, then how will I write it? The shaded portion is half of the whole circle. We say it half. So half, when we will write it, it means on the upper side I will be writing which is shaded. As I have two parts, so one part is shaded, so in the upper portion I am writing 1, which part is shaded, only one part, and in the lower part I am writing the total number of parts. Now in this case I have two equal parts, so in the lower portion I will be writing the total number of parts 2, and in the top portion I will be writing the number of portions shaded, so it is 1. Next, if I write for the second figure, the number of shaded portion is 2 and the total portions are 3, so I will be writing it 2 by 3. Similarly, for the third figure I will be writing 1 by 4 because one part is shaded and total we have 4 parts. All these numbers that we have written, these numbers 1 by 2, 2 by 3 and 1 by 4, they are called fractions. So what a fraction is? A fraction is used to represent the portion or part of the whole thing. As we have already discussed, from the whole thing we are writing how much is shaded. So that represents the fraction, and one thing more is it should always have the equal parts. The top of a fraction is called its numerator and the denominator is the bottom part of the fraction. So a fraction is the number of shaded parts divided by the number of equal total parts as shown below. As I already told you, the upper part is the numerator and the lower part is known as the denominator. Upper means how much is the shaded, lower means the total number of equal parts. As you can see, again I am taking the same example. So here the number of equal parts is 2 and the number of shaded part is 1. So my numerator in this case is 1 and the denominator is 2 and the fraction is 1 by 2. Similarly, if I talk about the second figure, there are 3 equal parts and my denominator will be 3 here. The number of shaded parts is 2. So the fraction is 2 by 3 in which numerator is 2 and denominator is 3. Again for the third figure I am having total number of equal parts is 4. The shaded part is 1. So my fraction is 1 by 4 and the numerator is 1 here and denominator is 4. Next, it is important to note that not only for circles we use fractions, but we can use fractions for any of the shapes. Suppose if I have taken rectangle, as you can see in the first rectangle, we have divided it into two equal parts and one part is shaded, so my fraction will be 1 by 2. We write it, the name for this fraction as 1 half. Second, if I have the rectangle and I divide it into three equal parts and only one part of it is shaded, then it will be 1 by 3 and we read it as 1/3. First we will be writing the shaded portion, and last we will be writing the total number of portions, or you can say first we write the numerator and then we write the denominator. In the third figure we have 4 equal parts and one part is shaded, so it will be 1/4. Similarly, in the last figure it will be 1/5 because denominator is 5 and numerator is 1. Next, again I am taking further examples of fractions here. In the first figure of this circle, only one part is shaded and total we have 5 parts, so the fraction will be 1/5 and the name for this fraction will be 1/5. For second, again 5 parts and 2 parts are shaded, so the fraction will be 2/5, in which numerator is 2 and denominator is 5, and the name for this fraction is 2/5. Similarly, 3/5 and 4/5. 4/5 means 4 parts are shaded out of 5. Next, again another example for a rectangle. We have total 5 parts and 2 parts are shaded, so it will be 2/5, or you can say 2/5. And in the second part, again 2 parts are shaded. It is not always necessary that 2 consecutive parts will be shaded. It can be different also. So you have to just count the number of parts shaded and the total number of parts. Again the answer will be 2/5. Now what fraction is represented by the shaded rectangle below? We have 3 parts out of 5 shaded, so answer will be 3/5 for the first. Next, for the second, what fraction is represented by the shaded circle below? Again we have 8 parts here, out of 5 are shaded, so answer is 5/8, or you can say 5/8. Third question, write 1/6 as a fraction. Now 1/6, so 1 is numerator and 6 is denominator, so answer is 1/6. Write 3/7 as a fraction. So 3/7 means 3/7. So these are the solutions. Next, there are some real life examples of fractions. As you can see, when we eat pizza, they are cut into slices. So suppose here I have taken the pizza 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 slices are there. So total is 8. If I take one slice out, so the portion that I have taken out is 1/8, or you can say 1/8. Next, on the other side, there is an example of orange. When we cut it horizontally from the center, you can see there are 10 slices, 10 triangular shapes. So if I take one out, so it will be 1/10, or you can say 1/10. Next, I have taken the example of a cake. If the cake is divided into 4 equal parts, then one part is 1/4. Then the another example of a watermelon. If I have taken 3 parts out of 4, so how much is left? 3/4 of a watermelon is left. So these are the real life examples. Thank you and have a nice day.